arabesque.
This is Ta-da.
This piece is called Song from the Show.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Bed in Summer by Robert Louis Stevenson. In winter, I get up at night and dressed by yellow candlelight. In summer, quite the way, I have to go to bed by day. I have to go to bed and see the birds still hopping on the tree, or hear the grown-up people's feet still going past me in the street. And does it not seem hard to you when the sky is clear and blue, and I should like so much to play to have to go to bed by day?
Migration by Richard McWilliam. Where do birds go when the ground's covered in snow? Far, far away, where the wild lions play. And the sun's always hot. Elephants flop. Baboons howl at night. The moon's large and bright. Crickets form choirs around evening fires. That's where they fly through the dark winter sky. That's where they go when the ground's covered in snow.
Hakuna Matata. food I've tried all around the world, experiencing the culture and traditions of countries, and of course the food is something that me and my family enjoy doing. The food journey I'm going to take you on today starts in Cambodia. Cambodia is in the Far East and the food centres around rice, noodles and soups. My favourite food here is coconut sticky rice. Cambodia is a poor country and for many, insects are a part of their everyday diet, so naturally this is something that we wanted to try. Some of the more unusual things I tried were scorpion and tarantula. I didn't like them, but I think that was just because I thought they were going to kill me. I also ate ants, and surprisingly the crunch was quite nice. You couldn't really taste them though, because they were so small. Cambodians also eat snake, and we would have tried some, but me and my dad were way too scared. The next stop on our journey is Vietnam, just across the border from Cambodia, where I tried silkworms. They did not taste too bad, but as you can imagine, they were quite large and chewy. I think the worst thing about them was when you bit into them. They sort of went pop and the gooey centre seeped out. We also had cricket. They didn't taste too bad. They tasted a bit nutty, but the aftertaste was odd. My highlight of Vietnamese food though had to be the pumpkin soup they served for breakfast. Oh, I couldn't get enough of it. Thailand is somewhere that many of you will be more familiar with, and the pad thai, noodle soups, coconut ice cream and exotic fruits were brilliant. Passion fruit, mango, finger bananas and papaya are firm family favourites. However, in Thailand we all had a go at trying durian, which is famous for being the smelliest fruit in the world. In fact, it is so smelly that hotels ban you from having it in your room and you are not allowed to fly with it. I didn't like it, but that was just because of the smell, but my mum surprisingly enjoyed it. The next stop on our journey is Australia. As part of our holiday, we spent a week on a hand-lined fishing vessel. It was on this boat where I tried shark, but it wasn't any ordinary shark that you buy from a shop. Our friends caught it. It was probably the nicest fish I've ever eaten, a bit like cod, but with massive flakes. We also put down crab pots and had a competition of seeing which way of cooking them was best. And I was forced yet again to try sushi. I am not a fan. The final stop on our journey is Kenya, where I grew up. Generally, Kenyans eat ugali, which is like blocks of solid porridge. Not my cup of tea. And chapati is my favourite. For many Kenyans, goat meat is a real treat. I like it as long as I don't get a fatty or chewy bit, but they occasionally eat more exotic meat. I have tried crocodile, which is a bit fishy for my liking, and is full of bones and cartilage. Ostrich, which aside from being one of the healthiest meats for you, just tastes like cow. And finally, I had eland meatballs. They tasted so nice, just like normal meatballs. I enjoy travelling and trying new things, even if they are not exotic. I like knowing that since I've come to England, cheese and potato pie is one of my favourite foods. In France, I love croissants and pain au chocolat, but I definitely do not like snails. In Spain, I enjoy tapas, and in America, my favourite fast food outlet is Taco Bell. My next adventure will be in Macedonia and Russia. I don't know anything about them yet, but when I come back, I hope to have met some amazing people, have learnt a little bit about their culture, as well as discovering what my favourite local dishes are of these countries. Thank you for listening to my talk, and I hope that next time you travel, or even go out for a meal, you'll try something different and discover something new that you like. Thank you.
Menopaulic.
Oh,
thought we were going to play Howdy Hi Dear on the recorder.
Denmark's march.
Today I will be performing Ode to Joy by Beethoven.
I Tried to Do My Homework by Ken Nesbitt. I tried to do my homework, but a show was on TV. A song was on the radio. A friend was texting me.
My email chimed, and so of course I had to look at that. It linked me to a video of someone's silly cat.
I watched a dozen videos and then I played a game. I almost didn't hear her when my mother called my name.
I looked up at the clock and it was time to go to bed. I didn't get my homework done, just other stuff instead.
I hope my teacher listens to the cause of my inaction. It's really not my fault the world is just one big distraction.
Good afternoon. Today I'll be doing a speech on koalas. We are all aware of the recent bushfires that have ravaged through Australia and the devastating effect this has had on the koalas. Reports suggest as many as 30,000 have been killed or injured, and around 30% of their habitat has been destroyed from fires. So today I'm going to talk about these cute furry animals that are currently in danger due to bushfires, land clearing and motor vehicle accidents. Koalas are often referred as koala bears, but they're not actually bears, but marsupials. A marsupial is a mammal with a pouch. For example, kangaroos and wombats are marsupials. Koalas are found in eastern Australia, mainly in eucalyptus forests, and they are native to Australia. There are two types of koalas, the brown koala and the grey koala. The grey koala has thin grey fur due to the warm climate in northern parts of Australia. The brown koala has long, thick brown fur because of the cold climate in southern Australia. Eucalyptus leaves are highly fibrous and usually poisonous to other animals, but koalas have special adaptations that allow them to feast on these leaves. They have bacteria in their stomachs that allows them to break down the fiber and toxic oils and allows them to absorb the nutrients. They don't drink much water, so get most of their moisture from the leaves too. Koalas are surprisingly fussy eaters, and they use their excellent sense of smell to select the best tasting leaves. Even though there are 600 types of eucalyptus trees, koalas tend to stick to 2 or 3 of their favorite kinds. In order to survive on such a low-calorie diet, they save energy by sleeping for 20 hours a day. I wish I could do that. Koalas have very strong clawed feet, great for climbing up branches of trees. Their forepaws are well adapted to gripping branches and picking leaves. They have extra thick fur on their bottoms and base of their spines to provide cushioning so that they can sit comfortably on branches for hours. A curved backbone allows them to sit curled in the fork of trees. Koalas are territorial animals who live separately in their own home range. Their home range consists of suitable trees that provide food and shelter and overlap slightly with other koala home ranges. As mentioned, the largest threat to koalas is the loss of habitat. 80% of their original habitat has been destroyed since European settlers came to Australia. However, charities such as WWF and the Australian Koala Fund do great work to help protect the koalas from the threats they face. Thank you for listening.
When the Saints Go Marching In.
I am going to play New World Symphony.
This was a trio originally written in the 16th century and it's called Air de Buffons.
Trouble at Home by Geoffrey Duncan Grenfell Hill. I hate her. I really hate her. Why does she have to be so horrible to me? I hate you! I'm never coming out ever again! I wonder if I could get out of here. Where's the catch? Got it. It's not too high up. I could sit on the edge of the porch. That would teach her. She'll think I've run away. She'll think I've jumped. She'll think I'm splattered on the road and a large lorry has run over me. Well, flat on the path, anyway. I'll need to be comfy, something to eat, a pillow, and where did I put those little Easter eggs? Right, here goes. I'm cold. No, I'm not cold. I'm not. She made me miss my tea and my television. I can hear it. When she comes looking for me, I'll shoot her with my catapult. What can I use as a missile? I know. I'll use these little Easter eggs. She gave them to me. She can have them back. I bet they'll hurt. They taste funny. I bet she poisoned them. Yuck! Oh, I really do feel ill. My head's all swimmy. Everything's going dark. Maybe I'm going blind. Mum? Mum, I'm up here, above the front porch. Oh, Mum, Katie's been horrid to me again. She slapped me and I hate her. She poisoned my Easter eggs. It was because I put super glue on the dog. The vet's in the kitchen now. I'm sorry.
Hello, I'm going to play music.
1, 2, 1.
Millions of acres of forest land burnt. Thousands of homes destroyed. 30% of the entire koala population dead. My name is Siona Chaudhry and today I am talking about the worst ever Australian bushfires. Australia has been ravaged by the worst wildfires seen in decades. Over 28 people have died nationwide, and in the state of New South Wales alone, more than 3,000 homes have been destroyed. 17.9 million acres of forest land has been burnt. There have been fires in every Australian state, but New South Wales has been hit the hardest. Blazes have torn through bushland, wooded areas and national parks like the Blue Mountains. Some of Australia's largest cities have also been affected, including Melbourne, Sydney and Brisbane. So, what causes these fires? Bushfires are not a new thing in Australia. It is the most fire-prone country on Earth. Each year there is a fire season during the summer, with hot, dry weather making it easy for the blazes to start and spread. Fire services respond to between 45,000 and 60,000 fires each year. Natural causes are to blame most of the time, like lightning strikes in drought-affected areas, and some believe it's due to climate change. The main causes that determine the size and severity of a fire is the amount and type of fuel and weather conditions. Fuel for a bushfire includes dead leaves and branches, grass, shrubs and trees. Grass burns more quickly than trees, but trees make a fire more intense. Dry fuel ignites more easily than moist fuel. As we have recently seen in Australia, the impact of bushfires can be catastrophic. The most dangerous fires are those that are close to populated areas, which can cause numerous deaths and even destroy whole towns. Does anyone know how many animals have been affected? Well, let me tell you. More than 1 billion animals have been affected, including 30% of the entire koala population of New South Wales. These fires are worsening the animal extinction crisis we're already facing. This is how parts of Australia looked from space a couple months ago. Fortunately, there is some good news. According to the latest information, all of the fires have been extinguished due to heavy rainfall. So, how can we make a difference? Different charities have invested in saving animals and birds. I am personally supporting a charity called the Koala Protectors. Here is my certificate. The charities, along with local organisations, will carry out work like providing emergency funds to care for injured wildlife, after the fires clear, helping restore homes for koalas and other wildlife, planting the first 10,000 trees urgently needed in koala habitats, and supporting the response, recovery and restoration teams. We all must work together to save our planet. Therefore, I invite and encourage all of you to join a charity of your choice to help rebuild Australian forest land and its wildlife. Thank you for listening.
Dragonfly.
The Sandman by Evelyn Stein. The Sandman, hark! I hear him. He's coming up the stairs, and everyone near him. He's nodding, I declare.
He's peeping in the door now, and first of all he spies, as he has done before now, the little truncheon's eyes. Then quickly does he throw it, his golden sleepy sand, and all before they know it, are off for Sleepy Land.
El numero uno.
Hi everybody, today I'm going to be playing Gunning for Fun.